The words capital and capital have nearly identical pronunciations and very different meanings. Capital, spelled C-A-P-I-T-A-L, can be defined in 5 distinct ways and used as a noun, adjective, and less commonly, as an expression of exclamation. As a noun, it can mean the most important city in a nation or region, usually the administrative and governmental hub of the area. An example of this usage could be to say that the city of Ottawa is the capital of Canada. Another definition of capital as a noun is wealth, in the form of assets, money, or other financial instruments owned by an organization or a person, or available for a purpose such as investing, borrowing, or other financial activities. For example, someone might say something like, "Returns on invested capital have been great." As an adjective, capital can refer to a crime, offense, or charge punishable by death. An example of this usage could be to say that homicide is a capital crime in some states. As an adjective, capital can also mean an uppercase letter of the alphabet, such as those used to write names and start sentences. I don't think any example is needed for that usage, given that every sentence starts with a capital letter. Finally, and far less commonly, capital can also be an expression of exclamation used to express satisfaction, approval, or delight. This is sort of an old-timey, dated expression of the word capital that isn't often used, and I frankly have not heard anyone seriously say it without laughing afterwards. But regardless, here is an example, and I'll do my best to sound a little excited when I say it. Wow, capital idea, Bob. Actually, for that usage, the word could even be said on its own, as in someone just saying, "Capital," to express their joy. But again, very few people actually talk this way in real life, and so while it is technically correct usage, you should not expect to see this or read this very often. And also, don't expect many people to understand the usage if you choose to speak this way, or write this way. The word capital, spelled C-A-P-I-T-O-L, is very limited in use. It is a noun meaning a building in which a state legislative body meets, or a group of buildings where the functions of a state government are performed. The word is typically used to refer to state capitol buildings, especially the famous American Federal Capitol Building, as well as Capitol Hill, and sometimes it is also used to describe the surrounding areas and some related services within the United States of America. For example, it would be correct to say, the Capitol Police protect the United States Capitol in Washington, D.C., where the Congress meets, as well as Capitol Hill and the surrounding area and some other buildings. As a final example, we will use both the words capital with an A and capital with an O by saying, in a state's capital city, there is often a building or group of buildings commonly referred to as the Capitol or State House. In summary, unless you are talking about the very limited topic of the United States Capitol or other state capital areas, you should be using the word capital with an A. Okay, congratulations, we are done. Unlike a lot of people, you know how to correctly differentiate between these words. You know how and when to use them, and now you'll notice when other people do not use them correctly. With that in mind, feel free to share this video with anyone you think needs a little help to do the same. Please also consider subscribing for more lessons. And once that's done, go on and enjoy the rest of today.